Welcome back to another one of ReZero, and well, we had a rather devastating blow for Subaru in the last episode, didn't we? And well, we saw how dedicated Rem was. And if it wasn't for the wanton destruction and mindless slaughter of pretty much everyone that was in and within the grounds, or at least nearby, to the mansion, maybe I would have liked this Beetlejuice, depending on who you're asking, guy. And it's kind of worrying if I was to like him. Hopefully now Subaru has a conviction that he can hold on to, and hopefully won't lose his mind again. Although, yeah, his episode of madness in the previous episode was just a way of escaping from the reality of it all, rather than being true insanity, as Pierre Geis so elegantly put it. And I don't want to see any sloth, so get yourself some snacks. Let's get into ReZero episode 16. Is she still mindlessly happy over holding his hand, or... I don't remember this guy. Ah, okay. That because he hadn't been introduced. Why exactly are we having that introduction to him? He has a lot of connections with a lot of people. We have yet to see Subaru's eyes. Hopefully he, meaning the butler dude, can sense this renewed devotion. Wrong word. The only ones that he really knows. Mm-hmm. He already knew this, so he should have a plan up his sleeve. Okay. He might not be able to promise that. She plays hardball. Although, in a... She's quite good at diplomacy. Shrewd, isn't she? I mean, she's not entirely wrong, but it is a bit... Oh, is he going to be suspected of being a double agent? And he can't exactly tell them how because of the problem with the clutching of his heart. I'm surprised they let him advance like that. Mm-hmm. One followed the other, not the way that she's putting it. He's not the greatest at speaking his mind, is he, in these situations? Well, no, he's amazing at speaking his mind, just not getting the true purpose across. There we go. Considering he's a bit unhinged, yeah. And what is she telling from him? So now she's thinking that he's mad. There we go. Since he honestly believes what he's saying. Well, yes. You've got to still keep up the pretense of civility. They're already out of time if they go now. So he's out of the mansion right now. The perfect time to attack. Isn't he? Ah, and isn't he using felt in the selection process? So it might be the same kind of situation with. Hmm. Her. What makes him think that she would be so eager to help him? Might actually help. He can start the day again. Knowing that 2 of the selection committee won't help. Committee? They're not part of the committee. Oh, we've got 2 of these kinds of girls, have we? One in this and one in Gabriel Dropout. And they're both gaining the same kind of pleasure from subjugation, aren't they? Is she going to stop it before he does anything? He's just proving his cause. Oh, I like her now. In his desperation, he has made a new enemy. Oh, is that why he's never taken off his helmet? I'd be interested to see what she classifies as a ruined face. Very observant of him. Did he, though? Huh? Huh? Indeed. What? What is this child thing? And who's in the one with the big fur neck? Close enough. It was the one I was thinking of. The one we know barely anything about, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Is she giving him basically show this to anyone? You can get your own cab. Has he learned at all throughout any of these negotiations? Everyone in this bar is wearing the same outfit. So I'm guessing they're all going to turn on him if he speaks out of place. I wonder if anyone else has had these amount of meetings with the different nominees. To be fair, that burger does look alright. Not too greasy or anything. Hmm. He's just giving away information there. Really? Of course. Why do you think? Did you really think he was? She was so kind. Hmm. There's not much I can really say to this, is there? He doesn't even have the strength of will to reject her letter thing. This was kind of an impromptu meeting, though, for him. Have you only just noticed this? You really aren't observant at all, are you, Subaru? Did they pay at least? Not well, it seems. It didn't have enough influence to make anyone help. Hmm. He's just got to try and make sure that fate doesn't happen. Mm-hmm. Oh, they must have just been going slow in the other times. Can't remember his name. Otto or something, isn't it? So he's the laughing stock of the group. Did he order too much? Well, that might come in useful. You've got a lot of flammable barrels that can be put to use. It did come across that. No one should really jump at this without asking a few questions. Okay, now they're on board. Merchants are simple creatures, at least in fantasy worlds. How is his phone still alive? Did he never show Rem? Keep an eye on the road. Come on. Hmm. There's a lot of words that transfer over to other shows and stuff, isn't there? There are no such amazingly tall trees in England. He just vanished. What, no one noticed? Don't pull that bullshit on me. Are we really getting one of these moments where they forget people exist? Subaru has enough to worry about having to come back from the dead and whatnot. How did no one else realise that there was anything there? Granted, Subaru hid the light, but what is with this drawing? What? It's the first time this has really appeared to my knowledge. But is this meant to represent like how alone that she feels now, considering there's no one else at the table? There's Puck, Roswell, Ram, and Rem. Okay. So everyone's still there, just waiting for Subaru. But considering he's not really part of that family anymore. Or is it just memories of past events? Hide away under the blanket. I feel I did quite a disservice to this episode. Quite a lot that I didn't really expand upon. I had a fucking million thoughts running through my mind for a lot of it, and I think I missed some of the actual what they said at certain points. Of course, diplomacy and negotiations has never really been one of my strong points. Not really a forte. I mean, the first one, what's her name? Krush or something? Fair play to her. She has nothing to gain for helping Subaru just out of nowhere, considering one of her rivals will be taken out. And it will prove a point that she can't protect her own people. Even if she survives, she wouldn't be. Yeah. Sometimes it does call for harsh responses. Obviously, we can condemn it in our enlightened 21st century viewpoint. Of course, life isn't easy, is it? Countless people suffer and die at the hands of others, at the bequest of others. For the good of their nation. I can go on a big rant about how virtuous people can pretend to be today. I'm a little confused over the time frames. How long did it take him to get back to the mansion beforehand? I know there was the one where he was with Otto and the dragon got killed and he had to run the rest of the way. No, the dragon didn't get killed, it was the second one. But he had to run the rest of the way. He lost a few hours, maybe half a day from what we saw. This time he spent 2 days negotiating and then a journey, and he's still only halfway there or something. And now not only have we got the witch cult to contend with, but also we've got the magical vanishing act of the guy in the bandana. And the problem I see with the whole... What? There was never ever anyone there. What are you talking about? I've seen this kind of storytelling before. Let me guess. In a bid to get away from whatever the fuck it is, Rem goes missing. Yeah? It's either her or Subaru himself, and considering Subaru can just respawn, it can't see it having a big emotional impact. Unless it affects his return from death skill in some way. At least we did get a more of a understanding of the other nominees, didn't we? It still felt we haven't really had much interaction with, but we have the nominee who is very loyal to her own land and her own people and her own loyalties. There's the one who acts on her impressions of the people themselves, and when she saw Subaru degrade himself to such an extent, it disgusted her. And I'm glad, because damn it, Subaru. I get that he's kind of panicked and this is a last resort, but did he think it would go well? Would he want the help of someone that would treat him like that to... Well, that being the trade offer of help. And then we got the one who's just purely after information to better herself. Can't really disagree with any of them, can you? Is this mist creature thingy another just random thing that's in this world? Or is it a spawn of the witch cult and something else to be thrown in the way of Subaru and his quest? I don't think it's anything to do with the witch cult because there isn't that whole dark aura or the music behind it. But I don't know if it's particularly natural either, because no one seemed to really have any clue that it was there. There's usually things of magical. It's usually magical entities that possess that kind of skill. But anyway, I've rambled for long enough. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Hopefully you're not too perturbed by the cliffhanger here. And if you enjoyed the episode, let me know, because I might need it after this. But if you like my stuff, then be sure to return to the channel. If you want to be a little bit more dedicated, check the description for Discord and come say hi. Of course, that's all the time I have for now. So, get some rest, and I'll see you in the next one.